Okay, in the diagram below of triangle ABC, D is the point on AB. X is a whole number. Okay, a whole number is a number that is positive including 0. What are the possible length of segment DB? So segment DB is X because we don't know what it is, right? Okay, so look at AB. So segment AB is 18 plus X, right? And you know that this is C. AB is the C, right? And then because 18 is larger than 16 and 5. So that makes 16 plus 5 has to be greater than 18 plus X, right? Because you know that C, you remember how C cannot be equal to A plus B, or C cannot be equal or less than A plus C? I'm probably sounding confused right now, but okay, so 16 plus 5 has to be greater than 18 plus X, right? Okay, now solve the equation. We're gonna have, we subtract 5 by both sides. Combine like terms, combine like terms. So 16 plus 5 equal to 21 greater than 18 plus X. And then you subtract 18 by both sides, so 21 subtracts 18 be equal to 3, so 3 greater than X, okay, or X is less than 3, okay. So it's kind of weird, so I'm just gonna flip it, so X is less than 3. So you know that this X is right here. It has to be less than 3, but it can't be a negative number. You see how it's less than 3, which means in a scale, right? This is like 0 and then 1, -1 and then -2, right? Whatever. So all the way, this is 3 right here, and X is less than 3, but it says whole number, so it has to be stopping at 0. But the thing is, you see how DB, a segment, has to be always greater than 0. Remember how when we learned that segment has to be greater than 0 to okay, so sorry, I don't know why I put that there, but okay, so since we know that it has to be greater than 0, so it can't be 0, right? It can only be 1 and 2. That's our two possible answer. So X or DB, we can say BD is equal to 1 or 2. Because see how like we did that, and you find out that X is less than 3, and less than 3 can be negative numbers too, but it says whole number right here. X is a whole number. We say that it has to be no negative numbers, but include 0. But you know that segment always greater than 0, so the answer is only possible to be 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, an isosceles triangle has a base of 19 units long. If the size of the whole number is what is the shortest possible side length? Okay, what is an isosceles triangle? So it's a triangle with it has two sides are congruent, right? And you know this base is 19, and you know these two are congruent. Okay, what is the shortest possible side length? Okay, so you know that this is X because we don't know what they are, right? So you know that it has to be greater than 19 to be a triangle. So 2x is greater than 19, right? And so you divide it by 2. 19 divided by 2 is equal to 9.5. So X greater than 9.5. Okay, and then it says whole number. Okay, so X is larger than 9.5, but a whole number doesn't contain like decimals, so we know that the answer would be 10, because the whole number that is larger than 9.5, but like next to 9.5, like it would be 10, so 10. If BD dissects angle ABC, so this two dissect that, find the value of X. So if that bisects ABC, so that makes these angle congruent. But when you know that these angles are congruent, it also makes these two congruent, right? Because let's say they're congruent, like let's say this angle is 20, and if they're congruent to each other, it has to be 20, right? And so the opposite of that will be this segment, and it's also have this segment, and whatever numbers are congruent, it makes these two congruent, right? It makes sense to make them congruent or equal to each other, like AD and DC is equal to each other because it makes sense, right? So 2x plus 30 is equal to 3x minus 4, right? That looks kind of okay. Well, whatever. So now we solve for the x. So subtract 2x by both sides. 30 equal x. And then subtract 4 plus 4 by both sides. 34 equal to x. So we know x is equal to 34. It only asks for the value of x. So x equal 34. Okay, if F is a median of triangle EFG, find x in the perimeter of triangle EFG. Okay, so first look at FH. It's a median. Medians tells you that it's a segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So H is the midpoint of the opposite side of F, which is EG, right? So which make these two congruent because H is the midpoint. And you know that these two share the same side, right? Whatever. And then find x. So we know that these two are congruent, so we can put that in the equation of saying 2x plus 23 is equal to 7x minus 2. Excuse me. And then you subtract 2 by both sides, so 23 equals 5x minus 2. And then you plus 2 by both sides, so it'll be 25 equals 5x. Divided by 5, 25 divided by 5 be equal to 5, sorry. So x equal 5. Okay, and then now you found the x, we put that in the answer. X is 5. Okay, how do you find perimeter of triangle EFG? To find perimeter of a triangle, you have to add all the sides together. See how A plus B plus C? So all the sides together. So first we're gonna figure out the side, okay? So let's find the side of EF. EF is x plus 18. So that would be 5 plus 18. That would be equal to 23. So this side is 23. Okay, and then let's find the side of FG. So 5 plus 6. That would be equal to 51. Right, and then let's find these two. So just find out the one. So you know EH is congruent to HG, so I'm just gonna plug this in for this one and times 2 to find the whole thing. So 5 plus 23, that would be equal to 33, and 33 times 2, which is 66. So this whole thing is 66 whole segment. Okay, now we just add all these three numbers together, which is 23 plus 66 plus 51. That'll be 140. So the answer will be 140. See? 140. 140. Okay, if RU is an altitude for triangle RST, find the value of x. Okay, so RU, so that is an altitude. Altitude is a perpendicular segment from vertex to opposite side. So we know this one will be 90. And you know that is opposite with TR, so we can say that 15x minus 10 equal to 90, with plus 10 by both sides. That'd be 15x equal 100, and then divided by 15, x equal to oh shoot, that'd be, I think, oh wait, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, this is not 15. This is that. So this sign right here is 5x minus 10. That's what it is. Oh my gosh, I am Oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming. Okay, I looked at the answer key just now. Okay, so 100 divided by 5, that would be 20. So x equals 20. So that's the answer. Okay, the verticals of triangle ABC or those, and find the coordinates of circumcenter, centroid, and also centroid. So which I'm gonna have to like draw out all 3 triangles. Okay, let's draw one first. Okay, so -2 and 3, -2 and then 3. So this one will be right here. This one will be A. Okay, B is 4, 3, 4 up 3. That would be B right here. And then C, -2 and then no, -2 and then -2. So this would be C right here. Okay, give me a second. I will draw out the triangle and do it for all of them. Okay. Okay. So I went and drew all 3 of the triangle. Okay, now we find the circumcenter. Okay, how to find circumcenter? Okay, circumcenter. Okay, look at this. You see, just look at this symbol right here. It tells you it's hold up, why is my LED not coming out? Sorry, I had to go and change my LED. But anyway, so you see circumcenter. Look at this explanation. You see how it's perpendicular and it says the word midpoint. When you see that, you know that it related to those things. So segment perpendicular to the side of a triangle at its midpoint. So midpoint is a keyword and perpendicular is also another keyword. If you don't understand what they're saying, just look at this symbol and this word right here. Okay, so first we're gonna find the midpoint of 2 of the sides. Okay, so let's find midpoint of AC. So A goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes down 5. 5 divided by 2 will be 2.3. So it goes down 2.3. 1, 2, and I mean 2.5. Sorry. So it'll be right here. It's the midpoint of it. Okay. Sorry if you can see it. And then A to B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 divided by 2 would be 3. So the midpoint of it will be right here. Okay, we found the midpoint like it says right here. Okay, now the only thing that is perpendicular. So perpendicular to these segments, right? Okay, so you see how A goes vertically. So their slope goes down straight up, right? So the perpendicular slope for it will be go horizontally, right? So it'll be like that. Give me a second. Okay, so I went ahead and drew the perpendicular bisector for AC and then AB because, you know, I don't want to waste nobody's time. So once I drew that, this is the circumcenter point, because you know where they meet, where perpendicular bisector meets, that is the circumcenter. So that will be at point 1 and then 1.5. Right? I was just gonna put 1.5 or 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Okay. For centroid. Okay, a thing about centroid we just learned about today is that you don't have to do all these things, right? You just gotta have to like find 3 x's and then divided by 2, right? Yeah, and then you will find 3 y's and then divided by 2, I think. Was it divided by 2? Sorry, I did not mean to say 2. So divided by 3, that's what I meant. So we find 3 x's, we divided that to 3, and then we find 3 y's, added up together, and then divided by 3 to find the centroid. What I mean by that is that, okay, so you see how A is -2 for the x, so -2, and then 4 is the x of B, and then -2 is the x of C. So that is x's, and divided by 3 to find the x of the centroid, which is equal to 0 divided by 3 is 0. So it will be equal to 0. So y-axis of centroid, I mean x of centroid is 0. And then let's look at the y-axis. So 3 plus 3 and subtract 2. So 3, 3, and -2. And that divided by 3 will be equal to
No, the base is a rectangle, so you find the
3 plus
area
3
of a rectangle.
subtract 2 is 4, and 4 divided by 3 will be 1.333. I'll just put that into fraction.
That's not the answer. Okay.
See how it's like that? I found it's 4 and then divided by 3, but then it gave me that, so I just turned to fraction as 4 over 3. So the answer will be 4 over 3 for that. Okay, now look at the orthocenter. So for orthocenter, can you be quiet down? Okay, so for orthocenter, look at this map. Okay, oh, not map, I'm sorry, the diagram, I don't know what you call it, table, whatever. So orthocenter, look at its explanation. So you see how it gives you the perpendicular sign, and that's all it says, right? The perpendicular segment from the vertex to the opposite side. So perpendicular, that gives you the hint. So perpendicular to the segment of it. Okay, what you're gonna do is that you find slope of one of the side, and then use their vertex, the opposite point vertex of that side, to create a line. Okay, what I mean by that is, okay, let's look at AC. So AC has a slope of like straight up, like that, like it's a vertically. And so using B is the opposite of AC, right? And to find B, you have to draw a line with B using perpendicular slope of AC to draw out a line where they meet, and that's where the orthocenter is. So this one is where they meet, which create a 90 degree because perpendicular segments creates 90 degree. So this is where AC and then B, you see how like straight up and then B just go across it, so that's perpendicular. And for segments AB, opposite the opposite point of AB or vertex of AB is C, right? And you see how AB has a slope of like horizontally, so we're gonna find the vertically of that AB, which is C already. C is already horizontally to AB, so which is also the same points right here. So this is where they all meet. You see how it goes like that, and then AB like that. This is where it meets, and that is the point of -2 and then 3. If you watch this video and you have any questions, ask me, okay?